Well, looks like we have quite a development here. Laugh all you want. This is actually on your screen. This is legit. Yamcha looks like he's gonna be coming next JP as the Dokkan Fest. Um, I'm not gonna lie. I actually busted up laughing as soon as I saw this. Yamcha here. I love Yamcha. I don't care what anyone says. I think he's so important to the show only for the fact that he provides like comedy. That's his role in the series. I feel like, um, because after this moment, literally him fighting the Cybermen, he turns into a bitch, and he just has no relevance moving forward. Literally, Yamcha has served no purpose outside of that baseball episode in the series. So I do love Yamcha though, regardless of lack of um, involvement in the series. I think he's definitely deserving of having his own Dokkan Fest, more so than Videl. Any character is more deserving than Videl. I don't care. There's no argument there. Videl, literally after the Boo Saga, does nothing in this show. She's just here to be a stay-at-home mom for Pan, right? That's pretty much it, and support Gohan. So Yamcha here, I do think is deserving of a better unit. Finally needs more representation in the game. Because I mean, if we take a look at this, let's just take a look at Yamcha in Dokkan right. Um, there's not a lot here. If you guys weren't aware, if you couldn't tell, Yamcha does not have a lot of playable characters that are relevant. Right? You have LR Yamcha, which I would argue is not good anymore. This Yamcha actually is still pretty new. He's only about a year out. He's probably the most recent Yamcha. I mean, you have baseball Yamcha. You know what's interesting is we have baseball Yamcha, but we don't have like any other characters from that episode. Dude, that was one of the best episodes ever. We need new characters from that episode. We need a baseball Goku, a baseball Vegeta, baseball Beerus, Champa. That I hope when the anime comes back, they do like another episode like that, like a filler where it's just like them playing a different sport. Like, dude, that was such a good idea. I love that. That was one of my favorite episodes ever. Obviously, they their intention was to make Yamcha the highlight of the episode. Clearly, right? I mean, you can't sit here and say that you didn't laugh anytime Yamcha was on the screen. Right? I love Yamcha for that, but yeah, we pull up Yamcha here. I mean, he's gonna have some problems. They're gonna have to do the Ginyu treatment with this character again. Another one of these non-hype characters. Gonna need a lot for his passive to be relevant. I mean, I always say Raditz is a 1 in a million anomaly unit to ever release, but I don't think it's too far fetched out of the book that Yamcha could fall in that hole. I'm just gonna throw that out there. I mean, Yamcha could be whoever designed Kid Goku could make Yamcha, or whoever designed Raditz could make Yamcha. So I think the scale is in the air in terms of which side Yamcha's gonna fall on. But I'm hoping Yamcha is really good. Just make him. I'm gonna throw this also out there. I mean, there's a possibility that Yamcha could be the best Dokkan Fest in the game. So people are gonna hate that. They're gonna be mad. But guess what? Ginyu, when he released, was the best Dokkan Fest in the game. Videl, when she released, was the best Dokkan Fest in the game. All these like non-hype characters typically have been like the best TORs in the game on release. So I'm just gonna throw that out there that there's a possibility that Yamcha, above all characters, could be the best TOR in the game on release. We'll have to see what he does. I do expect his info to drop tonight. Of course, I'll be covering that. But for our boy Yamcha here, his links are going to be not that great, unfortunately. So that's going to be sort of a downside with him. Then his categories, right? He's going to be super limited in that area. I think Earthlings is probably going to be his best category. Turtle School is already pretty stacked with all the Gokus on there, and then Saiyan Saga, unfortunately, with the releases that they've gotten, I feel like a lot of those characters just haven't been as good as they should have been. So the category is lacking heavily. It'll be a nice buff to this category for sure, but I just don't know how well he's going to work on this team. So I think Earthlings is probably going to be his best spot where you're going to want to run him. Now the banner unit alongside Yamcha. I mean, I would actually love if they just gave us a new Cyberman unit. I mean, this was the April Fool's unit from 2017. Oh yeah, I mean, I used to have this guy in global before I lost my account. But fortunately, this is an unobtainable character, so it's possible, they could bring this character back for the celebration. I would actually love if they did that, but we'll have to see what they do. Maybe they just give us a new Sidemen banner unit. I mean, they could also do that as well. Character needs a better unit in Dokkan because they have nothing. This unit sucks, right? What if they just like easy this character or something? I don't know. They could easy all of the login units, right, or the reward cards that you get just from like special events. I feel like they could start easying those characters, right? Like the Como 18, um, all those other characters that you get, like the AGL Super Saiyan Goku, the Spear Bomb against Kid Buu, right? That unit, the AGL one, not an obtainable character either. So I would love if they would easy those characters, but we'll see. But yeah, Yamcha here, unfortunately, they're gonna have to give him the Videl treatment, the Guinea treatment, because he's gonna need it. Um, but there's again a possibility that he could be the best Q in the game, because I'm just gonna, not a shock. I don't think a lot of people are gonna be summoning for our boy Yamcha. Fortunately, I mean, you never know. I mean, what if he actually hit top grossing? It's possible. I mean, you know, um, but I just think they are screaming, skip. They are begging you, pleading. They are on their hands and knees, dying for you to skip. I feel like to save your stones because Beast Gohan, Orange Piccolo, Somax, all these big time characters from Superhero are around the corner. Like I just think it's so set in stone. It's so obvious. It's so clear as day to me that there's just better stuff coming around the corner. Like why would they release of all characters Yamcha right now, right? Like it's a dead period in Dokkan. There's really nothing going on. I mean, we just got through a world tournament in which no one cares about. I mean, the hero stuff was hype, I guess, but I do feel like a lot of those characters could have been a lot better. I'm actually pretty unimpressed with a lot of those units. But I mean, you take a look at the schedule right now, and there's not really a lot going on. But I think this is an appropriate time slot to drop a less unit Yamcha right now, where they know people are not going to blow their load. I mean, Yamcha's your favorite character, then by all means, but I think for the majority of the player base, I don't think Yamcha over here is going to be generating a lot of for them. So we'll have to see. Again, I do expect his details to drop tonight. So of course I'll cover that when all that information releases. But for now, looks like Yamcha over here gonna be the next Dokkan Fest. Now, also I do want to also point out it could also be him with the other Z fighters. It does say that in the text down here. Keep that in mind as well. It could just be standalone Yamcha or Yamcha and the Z fighters. They could make him like Pan and GT Kid Goku, right? Not GT. Path to Power Kid Goku with all of the unit super attacks. I think that would be a big possibility for Yamcha here. Needing other Z fighters alongside him, because if they just make him stand alone, like he doesn't have anyone to partner with. There's no good Puar unit, right? We just looked at all the other Yamchas in the game; they all suck. So I am sort of leaning on the fence of going to be Yamcha and the fighters, but and it could just be stand by himself. We'll have to see when all that information drops tonight. Of course, I'll be covering it all. But for that is going to do it for this one. Thanks, guys, for watching. Let me know what you guys think of Yamcha. I will see you all in the next one.